Does this meet your expectations? Can we be happy with with at least his proposals for now?
Good morning, Matt. I think, broadly it meets expectations. I think what we can definitely have some certainty around is his intention to build back better. So while there might be uncertainty over how much of this is ultimately got through, I think underlying is a real desire for areas like clean energy and transition to decarbonisation to be front and centre. And so I think from that perspective, people will continue to home in on those parts of the market that will likely benefit regardless of to what extent this goes through.
In terms of longer-term initiatives, would you want to see more on infrastructure spending? These are the kind of things that economists say don't bring immediate relief in terms of the economic recovery, but are better for the underpinnings, of course, and maybe better for the markets.
Yeah, I think it's almost like you need to separate this into two, and clearly there is a pandemic to deal with in the short term, and there'll be no way of getting around that. That's where money needs to go in terms of immediately into people's hands. But I think in the longer term, he has and will clearly set out an intention to focus the recovery on a build back better agenda, and I think that's something that the market is very aware of. And we'll be looking to earnings season again with a specific eye on sustainability and ESG to make sure that the areas that is likely to go to are those that are performing the best.
And now it's no secret that those are very popular areas, Fraser. Do you think valuations have gotten ahead of what earnings can deliver, even in a recovery? Yeah,
I do think that the valuation side here for most parts of the risk spectrum is quite stretched. I think that there is a couple of key risks to that. One of them obviously being inflation, which is clearly the elephant in the room after having so many years now of search for yields. I think if the inflation that we get this year ends up being the wrong type of inflation and more commodity led, then I think that the implications for that on margin deterioration will ultimately be negative for risk assets. And that's something that we will need to watch very, very carefully.